These exercises this week with Doolittle are really important. What they are the foundation from which you will approach not just your instructional guide, but also the final project for the course, which is going to be an online course module or a learning application, which can take place either on a mobile device or on a tablet. Both of those are largely templated, and so you don't have to worry about the programming, the coding as much. It's much more about the creation of the instructional material, which is why the Doolittle material is really, really important. It may seem as if there's not much there, but it's important that you take the time to read through the worksheets, to review the material, to ask yourself these questions, and to really think about it. The difference is between coming up with an idea off the top of your head, brainstorming, then writing an essay, just boom, first thing that you thought of. If it's the first thing that you thought of, then somebody else probably thought of it as well. If this is learning material and this is first thing that you thought of and you jot it down, the lesson will probably not be brilliant. Whereas if you have a brilliant idea, but then you think it through, you work it through, you develop it, you fully understand the content, the context, the learner, what is really needed, what that allows you to do is then frame your learning assignment that allows you to avoid all the tangents and distractions of all these other interesting things which may come at you, so that you can stay focused on developing the most effective learning content and material for your students. Now, what's important is that we're not just using these needs assessments this one time. We're not just using the learner characteristics assessment this one time. We will take these Doolittle approaches, we'll use it for the instructional guide, then we will reuse these same forms for the final project. Ideally, by the time that you have completed this course, you will not need those forms. Or if you forget, you can go back and you can pull the forms out to remind you. But what we want to do, the goal here, is to take you through an effective, basic, but effective mechanism to construct learning materials for your learners which are suitable for reaching those learning goals and the learning environment. By practicing those skills several times, you will then have an innate sense or a more cultivated, developed sense of how to do that. And by completing the entire process, by having built an instructional guide, by having built the final project, you will have not just familiarized yourself with the steps, but also what can result. So it's very important to not just blitz through these things in order to get them done. Getting them done is not the real goal. It's the process of experience, thoughtful interaction with these questions. If you want to work through it 2 or 3 times, that's fine. If it only takes you a few minutes because you know clearly and explicitly what you want, that's okay. But what I really want to emphasize, and I'm saying this multiple times, is it is the process and understanding the process of and experiencing the process of thoughtfully designing educational material. All right, that's what we're doing this week. Have a good week. If you have any questions, drop me an email.